Hey everyone, Shabby Gamer here, and welcome to our very first episode. I think I missed my cue, didn't I? I missed my cue. Yep, I completely missed my cue. We're going to start things off here this evening in Carnage with Braun Strowman, your Carnage champion, taking on the Bushwackers in a 1-on-2 handicap match. Our first match here in... I can't believe I missed my cue. I don't know what I was doing. I was watching the screen, it just didn't kick in that I was supposed to be actually paying attention. Do you like the arena? I quite like the arena. I know it's... I know it essentially is just the old SmackDown arena, but I thought it fits quite nicely here. And this brand right here now is the brand of monsters. We got Braun Strowman, our champion. We got Brock Lesnar. We got Matanza, Cueto. We got Mil Muertes, Bray, Wyatt, Luke Harper, Dean Ambrose, Seth Rollins. This roster is so much stronger than it was in 2K17. This is really going to be a force to be reckoned with. And Braun Strowman looking to show his dominance straight away. It was Braun who requested a handicap match. We've given both members of the Bushwackers. Shouldn't be too difficult for him in fairness, should it really? But then again, the Bushwackers are an established tag team. Wrestled for many years. Had a few good runs, had a few jobber runs. Be interesting to see what type of Bushwhacker turns up here this evening, I suppose. As here they come. Butch and Luke. I'm not even going to start this game again because I've got no idea which one's Butch and which one's Luke. I'm not going to lie. No idea whatsoever. But I do know they're probably going to struggle here this evening, aren't they? No offense, but you know. This is Braun Strowman. This is not just anybody. This is Braun freaking Strowman. This is the most dominant wrestler of 2017. Quite easily. And then getting his first piece of gold. I'm a bit annoyed that he wasn't allowed to defeat Brock Lesnar, because I think it just makes sense. Why would you not? Why would you keep the belt on Brock Lesnar? And Braun straight away just clattering. I'm going to say that's Butch in the ring. Mainly because when I created the match, I requested Butch and Luke. And Braun here just demolishing him. Double axe handle across the spine. Bringing him back up to his feet. And another huge clothesline just flattening Butch. And Butch, to me, looks out of it already. And as you would be. This is Braun Strowman. This is no simple wrestler you're wrestling here. This is one of the best. This is your Carnage champion. Oh, look at that right hand. A boot in the back, and Strowman's going up to the middle rope here as well. Not very often we see Strowman go high risk. But it's effective. Look at that. Jumping shoulder block. Butch trying to crawl his way across to Luke, and Luke is actually requesting the tag. Whether that's a wise idea by Luke, I've got no idea, but I suppose it's one for all for one. Butch, oh my god, Butch has just knocked Braun Strowman over. Butch has knocked Braun Strowman over. And now has control of him. Now, of course, this one for Braun is going to be worth 10 ranking points because we're going to class this as a tag team match for Braun. And because he is facing against tag team opponents. And there we go, here comes Luke. But now Braun's back up on his feet and Braun is not looking happy. Oh, he gets caught by Luke as well, though. And the Bushwackers, if they can pull this off, the Bushwackers, of course, they'll both end up getting 50 ranking points each because they've defeated a main event champion. It's a big if, though, isn't it? Look at that, straight over the top there by Braun Strowman. Braun now bringing Luke back up. Oh, just slamming him across his knee. Braun now bringing Luke back up to a standing base. Up he goes, onto the shoulder and drops him face first. Wow. Luke is in trouble here. Braun not being paid by the hour. Running power slam. There's the pin. 1, 2, 3. I think Butch made an attempt to try and get there, but to be honest, I think he's happy to lose this match because it could have been a lot worse. It could have been a lot worse. My word, it could have been a lot worse, couldn't it? And the thing is, if you break up the pin, all you're doing is delaying the inevitable. And yourself and your brother are just going to end up getting a lot more damage. There was a freak out. Butch made a late attempt, but just too late. And Braun Strowman, your Carnage champion, remains victorious here. Wow. Braun. Good old Braun. So Braun Strowman starts off SWE Season 3 just as he ended Season 2, victorious and looking dominant. It's going to take somebody special to take this Carnage Championship away from him. But of course, like I said, there's a lot more competition this year. It'd be interesting to see who steps up. And here is our second match of the evening. Somebody who will be hoping to take that belt away from Braun Strowman. And that, of course, is Mr. Brock Lesnar as he takes on Bo Dallas one-on-one. Well. Well. This should be interesting. We've already seen a dominant victory by Braun Strowman. And on paper, we should see another one here, should we really? Let's face it. And it's an interesting way to start off Carnage, just showing off some of our dominant talents. And we are going to see a few more tonight. We have actually got a championship match for you here this evening. We're going to be crowning our first ever SWE Wyatt champion. That is going to be our upper mid-card championship here on Carnage. And that will be your main event. Eric Young versus Bray Wyatt. We're also going to see your SWE Tag Team Champions. Of course, Killian Dane and... Well, I'm not quite sure how it works. I'll have to figure that out. I think it's sort of free-birded at the moment with Sanity. I think eventually I will give the belts to Alexander Wolf and Sawyer Fulton, allowing Killian Dane to go a bit more on singles run. But we are going to see Sanity in tag team action taking on the Ascension. We've got Matanza Cueto later on this evening taking on Killshot. What else have we got? Oh, we've got Luke Harper versus Cactus Jack in a Falls Count Anywhere match. Be nice as well. So we have got some very interesting matches for you. I've not got a written down list of the matches. Believe! Right, so Bo is trying to tell people to believe in him that he can win this match here this evening against Brock Lesnar, which we all know is not going to happen. We all know Bo's going to get destroyed here, isn't he? Bless him. He tries his hardest, but he's going to get destroyed, let's face it. Well, you never know. The Bushwackers did mount a little bit of offense against Braun Strowman. And I don't know, would you say that the Bushwackers are better or worse than Bo Dallas? I don't know. We'll find out, I suppose, as time goes on. Believe in Bo. I believe that Bo could be his last night here in SWE Carnage. And Brock Lesnar was an inspired draft pick, wasn't it, really? Inspired draft pick. It's a match where... Well, it's a pick where we could really give some dominance here. Once again, like I said, in SWE. Of course, Brock Lesnar, former Mayhem champion before losing that belt to Matanza Cueto over on Mayhem. Brock Lesnar was undefeated in SWE until Matanza Cueto came along. And Matanza Cueto defeated him on his debut on Mayhem. And then also defeated him a couple of weeks after at the pay-per-view to take that Mayhem championship away from him. Matanza Cueto also technically undefeated. He has lost a match, but it was a triple threat and he was not pinned or submitted. So Matanza Cueto technically still undefeated. Well, he's unpinned, if that makes sense. It's the same as the whole Asuka situation. Everyone keeps saying that Asuka's undefeated, but she has been eliminated from a Battle Royal by Eva Marie. Clubbing blow there to the gut by Brock Lesnar. Now sending Bo Dallas off the ropes. Takes him up looking for a power slam, but Bo slides at the back and Bo just pushing Brock out the way. And we will see... oh my god, Bo Dallas just spine busted Brock Lesnar. We will see Paul Heyman at some point, I believe, in Carnage. I feel like Carnage could be Heyman's real home here. Nice DDT there by Bo Dallas on Brock Lesnar. Dallas dropping knees right in the side of the chest of Lesnar. Wow. And Bo Dallas got a lot more offense than anybody ever thought he would do. There's that over-the-top cutter. And what a win this would be for Bo Dallas. This would spark Bo Dallas into a dominant run as well. But then again, I said the same thing earlier about the Bushwackers. So I'm not going to get too ahead of myself. Bo got a little bit of offense. I'm not going to say he's going to win the match. Arm breaker there on Brock. Now Bo... What is this? Reverse DDT. Just a right big strong boot in the back there by Bo Dallas on Brock Lesnar. Bo now willing Brock up to his feet, and I'm still surprised the damage that Bo is doing here. Oh, just a boot right in the side of the face of Brock Lesnar. And Brock is struggling to get back up to his feet here. How is Bo doing? And Bo just sending Brock Lesnar to the outside. This is a side of Bo Dallas we have never seen before. Of course, Bo Dallas was a former NXT champion. That's his only ever main event run. But in his time in NXT, I don't think he ever faced anyone like Brock Lesnar. But every time Brock Lesnar tries to get any offense, Bo just reverses it. It's crazy. Oh. Right, Lesnar now storming Bo face first, but then Bo again just reverses straight away. I'm not a big fan of the reversal system on this game still. Bo now trying to win this one by count out. Wow. It's optimistic. Lesnar slides back in the ring, catching Bo. Yeah, the reversal system's still a bit dodgy in my opinion. Just the way that it works with... it almost seems like if you've got reversal, you'll use it. Which is why Bo has been able to reverse every attempt that Lesnar's had to get back in this match. There we go again. Because Bo's got those reversals saved up. But he's been caught out now. Big German suplex being launched across the ring there by Brock Lesnar. And I feel like Bo may have been caught out here now. He's had his fun, but now Lesnar starting to turn the screw. And there he is again, just striking down the face of Bo Dallas. And more big, strong right hands, clubbing blows. Wow. Lesnar is not laying down here, is he? Now locking in a camel clutch submission here on Bo Dallas. But Bo fighting free and dropping Lesnar face first on the mat. Lesnar rocked again, but Bo trying to take advantage. Lesnar catching him with that gut-wrench suplex. And now reverse dragon sleeper by Lesnar as well on Bo Dallas. Lesnar's not really got a great grip on that, has he? But Bo, now a couple of big knee strikes in the face. But again, Lesnar just catching Bo this time. Double-handed choke. Oh no. Bo again rolled it through. Lucha Libre style. Bo Dallas going for it. Bo Dallas is going to go for a guillotine. Wow. I'm stunned here. Bo Dallas getting a lot more offense of a Lesnar than we ever thought he would do. Bo taking Lesnar down. No way. There's no way that Bo Dallas is going to defeat Brock Lesnar in the opening episode of Carnage. That would be the biggest shock in SWE history. Oh my god, he's just hit that. There's the pin. Even the referee's shocked. Oh my god, Lesnar kicked out. Oh my word. Bo Dallas, where's this coming from? Where's this coming from by Bo Dallas? He's a new man here. Lesnar catching Bo now, taking him into a submission once again, this time wrenching up the arm. And Bo's cockiness might come back to haunt him here. He did not take advantage on Lesnar while he had the chance. Then, no. Bo able to roll Lesnar through. A nice little glitch there. Bo bringing Lesnar back over the top the hard way. I'm stunned by this match. I really am. Really, really stunned by this match. And again, Bo just launching Lesnar over the top. Bo went for the big back senton on Lesnar. Avoided it, and now, oh, here we go. Lesnar might have the eternal answer here for Bo Dallas. Up on the shoulder he goes. And there's the F5. We're going to get a replay of that by the looks of it. There it is. Boom. Bo's had a fantastic match so far. Really proved a lot of doubters that he's got more than what they assumed. But it might have just been a bit too much against Brock Lesnar. And Lesnar does eventually pick up the victory in what for a moment looked like a very worrying match by me. If I say so myself, I was very worried about the result of this match. Look at that spinning neck breaker there by Bo Dallas on Lesnar. And we thought that could be it. That was a high impact maneuver, that was. But eventually Lesnar was able to catch Bo Dallas with the F5, and that was enough to finish the match off. 1, 2, and 3. There we go then. Brock Lesnar victorious. Following up on Braun Strowman's work earlier on this evening. Maybe not as dominant as Braun Strowman's work, but whether that was to do with Lesnar himself or just the resilience and hard work being shown by Braun Strowman. By Bo Dallas. Bo Dallas really impressed me here. Really impressed me. Maybe SW Carnage is not going to have a job at him, Bo Dallas. Maybe Bo can really have an effect on this season. And here's our next match of the evening. We're going to see two of the cruiserweights here on Carnage as Fenix takes on Drago. Fenix versus Drago. Ooh. Ugh. So I've got a drink out the fridge and it tastes really, really wrong. Don't know if I should drink it or not. Ugh, it doesn't taste right at all, that. Ugh. Yeah. It's supposed to be lemon. It doesn't taste nothing like lemon. It tastes like crap. I don't like eating or drinking crap. Right, so here is Fenix. A man who was part of Adrenaline last year? Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was part of Adrenaline. As was Drago as well, I think. So we've got two pretty damn good wrestlers here. Of course, Fenix is part of a tag team. He is part of the Lucha Brothers here on SWE Carnage as well. So we'll see Pentagon alongside him very, very soon. As here is Drago. It's nice the fact they put very similar wings onto... That's a pretty cool entrance, isn't it? Wow, whoever's made this entrance has done pretty good work. This Drago's looking pretty good this year. I'm quite happy. But let's see how they both look in the ring. That's the big question. Here we go then. Fenix versus Drago. Drago. We're going to see some cruiserweight action here. Of course, we are going to have a cruiserweight championship on... we are going to have a cruiserweight championship on Carnage this year. It's not implemented at this point in time, but it will be very, very soon. We'll have some sort of tournament. I'm just trying to get some more cruiserweights on the roster before we go for it. I've had so many problems today with getting this roster up and running. My God. PlayStation is so much of a pain in the backside. I don't know why, but I've obviously have to create separate accounts on my PlayStation to get different save files. That's how you do it. And you have to do each one with a different email address. So I've had to create an email address, then create a PlayStation account, then link the two together to get a second save file. For some reason, this save file, I think I did it wrong. I think that's what I did. I created it as a family member account rather than a guest account. Therefore, it thought that I was underage, and it basically wouldn't let me do anything because it said I did not have the parental parental guidance to do certain things, download cores and so forth. It was so frustrating, so I had to do the whole thing all over again. So that was quite annoying. But we got there in the end. It's taken me a good few hours to settle this up this morning, and thankfully we are there. And we can really get this up and running and looking pretty cool. And like I said, we are going to have a championship match in our main event. We've got the first ever Wyatt champion being crowned in a match between Eric Young and Bray Wyatt. It's going to be a pretty cool match, that one. Nice Hurricane there by Fenix, taking Drago down. Now Fenix heading up to the top. And of course, like I said, we've always got, shall I say, a tag team match late for you on this evening. The tag team champion Sanity take on the Ascension. We've got Matanza, Cueto versus Killshot. I'm just trying to remember myself because, like I said, I've not written these down. So Matanza, Cueto versus Killshot, tag team match. There is still one more match. Oh yeah, and of course, like I said, the Luke Harper versus Cactus Jack main event. I'm just trying to remember all the matches. Matanza versus Killshot. EY with Sanity versus Bray for the Wyatt. Cactus versus Harper. Falls count anywhere. Nice springboard crusher. There's the pin. And there's the win there by Fenix. Great victory for him. That's going to give him the ranking points he needs to push himself forward in that Cruiserweight Championship picture. I'm thinking that could be one of our first specials we do, is going to be that... Oh, is this a cutscene? It is a cutscene. Hard-fought matchup. They both show great respect. Tremendous sportsmanship. You've got to love it. And there's the handshake. And there we go. Great respect being shown here. Great respect being shown. And apparently it's a rivalry match. I don't understand how that works, but there you go. So there we go. Drago showing great respect to Fenix. Like I said, Fenix part of the tag team alongside Pentagon Jr. But who knows? I'm pretty sure we could have a pretty cool trio team going on here as well, if needs be at some point. Right, I do not know what the hell has happened here with this game, but for some reason it has decided to change a chunk of our card. So next up, we are going to have Fenix, who's already wrestled once evening and got a victory, taking on Matanza Cueto one-on-one. No idea why the game has decided this is the case. I just don't know. And it also means that we're not going to have the tag team championship. Whoa! Lesnar just assaulting Matanza Cueto before this match has even started. And like I said earlier on, Lesnar was undefeated in SWE before Matanza Cueto turned up, and Lesnar looks like he's not finished off with Matanza Cueto. Lesnar annoyed with the situation. Matanza Cueto, like I said, cost Lesnar his undefeated streak in SWE. And now, yeah, maybe Fenix can be the one to defeat Matanza Cueto. Is Lesnar going to cost Matanza Cueto his undefeated streak in SWE? And can Fenix get 2 victories in the same night? This is insane. Absolutely insane. Fenix has the potential as well at some point to be the Carnage champion. We've seen Fenix before in Lucha Underground take on some of the best names Lucha Underground has to offer. There's a suplex by Fenix on Matanza Cueto. Matanza now fighting back and maybe trying to show here the Lesnar that it's going to take a lot more than this to lose his undefeated streak. Just right on the back of the neck now of Fenix. There's the elbows right in the gut, and Fenix still fighting back, and this damage by Lesnar has really rocked Matanza Cueto. Springboard, Bulldog. Fenix now drops into the pin. 1, 2, no, only a 1 count. Nice running Bulldog there by Matanza Cueto. Matanza bringing Fenix back up to his feet. Gets on the back, looking for that belly to back slam. In for the pin, but only enough for a 2 count. Matanza Cueto bringing... Nope. Fenix fighting back. Big spiked DDT. Fenix here, symbolizing he might have enough here to finish this match off. Dragging Matanza Cueto to the edge. Springboard cutter. This is how he won against Drago earlier on this evening. Is it going to be enough to finish off Matanza Cueto? No, he doesn't think it's enough, so he's brought Matanza back up to his feet. Oh, the Steiner screwdriver, that suplex, power driver, there's the pin. 1, 2, and 3, and Fenix has defeated Matanza Cueto, who's been undefeated the whole way through SWE. He's been unpinned, unsubmitted. The man who cost Brock Lesnar his undefeated streak has just had his undefeated streak cost to him by Brock Lesnar with that assault before the match. And Fenix, my God, Fenix has just won 2 matches here this evening. And I'm sure Matanza Cueto is going to want some huge retribution here against Brock Lesnar over the next few weeks. That is massive though. There's the Steiner screwdriver. Wow, what a move that is. And Fenix victorious for the 2nd time in 2 matches. The game screwed us up a little bit here, but it still worked out pretty well, didn't it? And there we go, the 3 count. Fenix is victorious. Matanza Cueto drops to the outside, and I'm sure the only thing going through Matanza Cueto's head right now is not his undefeated streak, but it's Brock Lesnar. Brock Lesnar cost him his undefeated streak, and he wants to cost Brock Lesnar something just as bad. And here is another match that the game has randomly generated in for us. It's going to be Bam Bigelow, the former hardcore champion here in SWE, taking on Vampiro. Interesting, to say the least. So this is a pretty cool match. Again, it's just a little bit out there why the game has done this. It's sort of like we made a card, I pressed start show, and for some reason it's changed some of the matches within that card, which is really frustrating. I'm sure that must be a little glitch that they're looking to fix as time goes on. It is still pretty early in the life of the game, so they're probably fixing quite a few big things at the moment. I know they've had a few issues recently with... I think they've only just changed it recently so you can add females into stables. That wasn't released with the game. Even though some stables have females in already, it wasn't actually put in the game that you could have that. And here then comes Vampiro. Vampiro! I like Vampiro. I like Vampiro because he's just something that I really remember from the times that I did watch WCW. Vampiro was quite a decent member of that roster. I just remember him facing up against Sting in that Human Torch match. And of course, he's had a pretty good run in Lucha Underground as well. He comes back and has the odd match here and there. It's a pretty good call, this one, actually, as well. Pretty good call. Yeah, some of the matches he's had recently in Lucha Underground. That one he had with Pentagon June at the end of Season 1 was fantastic. It was really brutal, it was. Really, really brutal. And I dare say we're going to see a lot more. So I've not seen all of Season 2 or Season 3 yet, so I'm missing quite a lot of good stuff. And I'm sure Vampiro's probably had some more great matches in Lucha Underground since then. My ears aren't working. All I can hear at the moment, I'm not sure this is right, is it? No, so I was listening to his entrance music there for a second. It just sounded like the entrance music to American Horror Story's new season. The cult season. It just sounded like the entrance music to that. Which is pretty clever, really, because the new season of American Horror Story is all based on killer clowns. So it'd be pretty good entrance music for Vampiro. It's a pretty good entrance Vampiro in general, actually. I quite like this Vampiro, and I want to see some good stuff from him. I'd love to see some good stuff from Vampiro. I'm thinking he could be involved in the Hardcore Championship picture. He could be involved in the upper mid-card picture. He could even be involved in the main event picture as an outsider. I'm not saying he'd ever win the championship, but he could be involved in that picture. A straightaway catching Bam Bigelow, taking him down. This is his first real test, though. And of course, don't forget, we still have for you one more match after this one, our main event of the evening. Thankfully, the game has not changed that match. We're going to have Eric Young with his Sanity teammates at ringside taking on Bray Wyatt. Which will be good. Hopefully, anyway. Vampiro just powerbombing Bam Bigelow. You'd expect to see that the other way around, wouldn't you? Not this way around. As Bam now just forcing Vampiro away. I still can't believe what we saw earlier on, that assault by Brock Lesnar on Matanza Cueto during Matanza Cueto's entrance, leading to Matanza Cueto's first ever pinfall loss in SWE. I don't even know who that means that has got a... Who would that even mean now? I think Braun Strowman still might be someone who's never lost by pinfall or submission. I think he's the only other person I can think of. Because where was Braun Strowman before? I think Braun was on my Throwdown brand before the introduction of Carnage. I don't think he ever got as much action as I really wanted him to. Then, as soon as Carnage started, he got the championship and then obviously defeated Bray Wyatt at Shabby Mania to retain that championship. Yeah. So Braun, I think, is the only other person. Don't get me wrong, there might be more. There might be more who are undefeated. But Braun's the one that I really remember. The big men, basically. I'm sure there probably are more that I can't remember. But yeah, that loss by Matanza Cueto, I don't think, like I said earlier, I don't think the loss is what's going to really frustrate him. It's more just the assault by Brock Lesnar on him. And I feel like because of that, Brock's going to have some serious questions to answer. And like I said, Matanza Cueto and Brock Lesnar have wrestled each other twice so far in SWE. And both occasions, Matanza Cueto has come out on top, which led to Matanza Cueto taking the Mayhem Championship away from Brock Lesnar. Bam now just locking in the reverse chin lock on Vampiro. So this is an important match. Like I said, both these guys would be looking to get themselves in that Hardcore Championship picture. Bam Bigelow is a former Hardcore Champion, so he'll definitely be looking to try and get himself a shot at, of course, Rhino's Championship. We've actually got Rhino in the game this year, which is good, isn't it? I'm looking forward to really getting some use out of Rhino. He's not on the card here this evening, but he'll be knocking around somewhere. I feel like Carnage will be the one brand where we have a lot of more championship changes than any other brand, I think. I feel like we're not sure yet whether we're going to do pay-per-views in Carnage, whether just do it as a normal weekly show. And Carnage will just have... Well, it's more like ECW. ECW did have pay-per-views, didn't they, really? But I just don't know. I just feel like more like just having a normal weekly show and just having the championships defended as when we want, having special matches. A bit like Lucha Underground, maybe. Maybe the very last episode of the of SWE Season 3 will be a pay-per-view. But apart from that, I think every match, every show will just be pay-per-view quality. That's the idea. That's the plan anyway. Big moonsault there by Bam Bam on Vampiro. That could be enough. 1, 2, and no. Vampiro kicked out. Vampiro knocking over Bam Bam there, bringing him back up to a standing base. Oh, Bam Bam there with a big right hand. Now taking Vampiro up, but Vampiro fighting back out of the powerbomb into a DDT. Vampiro now taking Bam Bam into a chokeslam. That's a big move, the chokeslam. A big kick there in the back of Bam Bam there by Vampiro, who now drapes Bam Bam across the rope, springs him off the far side. Ducking the clothesline. Huge clothesline himself there by Vampiro on Bam Bam Bigelow. Now dropping an elbow right inside the knees. Oh, wow. Vampiro really going after that knee. Vampiro. Looked like he was going to go for the knee again, but Bam Bam caught him with that big right hand. Now Bam Bam heading up top again. If he can go for another moonsault here, that might be enough, but does he have enough strength in his knee to survive it? Nope. He gets caught in a chokeslam by Vampiro once again. There's the big chokeslam, and what a match this will turn out to be. There's the pin, and surely this time, as soon as the slow referee gets down, surely this time it is enough for the free count, and Vampiro does pick up the win over Bam Bam Bigelow. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. What a match that was. I quite enjoyed that, actually. It's never the ones you expect, is it? I didn't expect Vampiro versus Bam Bam to be a wrestling clinic, but that was an interesting, fun match, that was. There was the moonsault by Bam Bam earlier on. Reminiscent of the moonsault hit by Violent J, wasn't it, in the Mystery Vortex pay-per-view a few days ago. And then there was the chokeslam. That was the first chokeslam, I believe, which wasn't enough. There's the back of a lady. And that was the last highlight. The back of the lady is always a really good highlight to see, isn't it, really? And Vampiro is victorious. And that's definitely going to help him out ranking-wise. Definitely going to help him out ranking-wise. And that'll push him towards potentially going for that Hardcore Championship. Maybe even more. Who knows? It's a pretty good call, that, isn't it? And here we go, the main event of the evening. Bray Wyatt versus Eric Young for the vacant Wyatt Championship. And, of course, Eric Young's Sanity will be at ringside. So Bray has always been used to being the man with the extra people at ringside, hasn't he? With the Wyatt family and so forth, he's always been used to that. But, of course, he's on his own now. As we see Mojo Jojo looking pretty rough. There are some really rough models on this game. Bayley looks really, really bad this year. I mean, we've got cores that look more realistic than what Bayley looks like. So here comes the first entrant into the match. Of course, it is, as we said, Mr. Bray Wyatt. Do, 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 do. Do 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 do. I don't think Bray Wyatt's held any gold so far in SWE. I'm pretty sure he hasn't. Like I said, he had the opportunity at the Carnage Championship towards the end of Season 2. He took on Braun Strowman at Shabby Mania, but of course Braun Strowman just too much, as he always is. Braun Strowman is a big guy, and we've seen already earlier on that Braun Strowman was too much for the Bushwackers. And I feel that it's going to take something really, really special to take that belt away from Braun Strowman. But it looks like Braun may have got lucky, because it looks like Matanza, Cueto and Brock Lesnar are going to be concentrating on each other rather than him. And I would say those two are two of the main guys that have a chance of taking the belt away from Braun Strowman. Of course, we also have Mil Muertes on this brand as well. But will Mil have a chance to go for that championship? And maybe we can have a look at that next week. Maybe we can look at crowning a #1 contender at some point. Of course, we've still got to get some more cores. I've struggled to get Carnage created, so I've only just really got it all sorted today, which means that I've used all 20 of my cores already, so I need to download some more as time goes on. And there are, of course, some iffy cores and some cores that are not yet available as well. But we're getting there. We're getting there. Now, there is going to be 6 championships on Carnage this year. We've got the Carnage Championship, which is, of course, your main event belt. You've got your Wyatt Championship, which is this belt, which is your upper mid-card championship. We're going to have your Tag Team Championship as normal, of course, currently held by Sanity. We've got your Women's Championship, of course, as well, currently held by Rosemary at the end of SWE Season 2. We're also going to have your Hardcore Championship, of course, held by Rhino, as we've already said. And then, of course, we're going to have your new Extreme Cruiserweight Championship. I think it's called the Extreme Championship, we're going to call it. It's a bit like the X Division Championship, but it's about no limits, not weight limits. So it's a case of, it's all down to the wrestling style, just like TNA's X Division Championship was. Because, of course, Samoa Joe was the X Division Champion at some point. So that's what it's all about. It's about no limits, not weight limits. And that's going to be another championship that we will crown at some point in the near future. Maybe in a tournament. Who knows? Maybe just an one-off match. We're not sure as yet, to be honest, how it's going to play out. But we do need more cores first before we do it. I think it might end up being a special. I'm going to try and do as many specials as we can. Of course, we've already done our first special, which, of course, was our Mystery Vortex last Saturday. Maybe this Saturday we can have a look at doing another special. Maybe that could be crowning the Cruiserweight Champion for Carnage. Or maybe it could be something else. Who knows? Who knows? I think at the moment I'm really enjoying doing this. So it's I am doing more and more recordings. It's going to be a lot easier for me now. Once I've got the first episode of each show done and dusted, it's going to make my life a lot easier now, because all the rosters are created, all the brands are created. It's just a case of me now just going in and pressing record, basically, rather than doing all the championships and arena. That has taken me so long to do. It took me more time to do than I ever thought it was going to. Literally, I thought I could get the whole thing knocked up over the first weekend and start doing the episodes straight away, but no. It's taken so long to do. It's been so difficult. Literally, it's taken so long. It's taken me almost... How long's this game been out for? 2-3 weeks now? It's taken me 3 weeks to get everything up to a level where I can start recording. But even after now, I've still got loads to do. I've still got more cores to download, better cores to download. Of course, as well. I've got specials to do and random matches to do. But I think now we're at a much easier rate where I can get things done a lot quicker. Why does that say Zack Ryder on it? That should say vacant. What? Well, I don't know. I don't bloody know. But there we go. The Wyatt Championship is up for grabs. Zack Ryder's not going to be happy if they take the belt away from him, but there you go. He's not even on this brand anyway. Bray Wyatt takes on Eric Young. You saw Eric Young, Killian Dane coming out with the championships, tag team championships. Like I said, those belts are going to be given primarily to Alexander Wolf and Sawyer Fulton to defend. Of course, if Eric Young wins here, he's going to have the Carnage Wyatt Championship anyway. And I feel like Killian Dane could be a good shout for the Extreme Championship. Like I said before, it's no limits, not weight limits. And I feel like Killian Dane could be someone who could go for that belt. I don't know. I feel like that could work. I don't know. You have to let me know. I like Killian Dane. I feel like that could be his sort of belt. Like I said, I see the Killian Dane Extreme Championship very similar to the situation with what am I trying to say? With Samoa Joe in the X Division Championship. Like I said, Samoa Joe had that style. He had that aggressive style. He fitted that, and I feel like this could be the same for Killian Dane. It could be the same for Killian Dane. And of course, Rosemary will want to go after that women's championship. Not Rosemary. Nikki Cross will want to go after that women's championship as well that Rosemary currently holds. Eric Young taking Bray Wyatt up. Oh, wow. What on earth was that powerbomb? He launched him into the turnbuckle as well. And I feel like that could seriously put Bray Wyatt at some disadvantage in this match. He's taken a lot of damage already. Bray now sending Eric Young over his shoulders. Bray now bringing Eric Young back up to his feet. But Young taking him down. A boot in the gut, and Eric Young, every time Bray seems to get any offense, Eric Young's just there. And Bray seems like he's suffering for not having... He's always had those guys at ringside. He's always had that... he's always had that backup. He's always had that control. He's always had somebody there to distract other people, and now he's starting to feel it from the other side. Be interesting when Sanity does move up to the main roster, doesn't it? Because you feel like Sanity must be pretty soon. You'd feel like, wouldn't you? They've been going for about a year now in NXT, and it's just a really good dominant stable that you could have on the likes of... Maybe SmackDown could do it with it, but then again, the way that it works with Road Dogg doing the booking, I wouldn't really trust SmackDown to book them correctly. They've got to do some serious talking about Road Dogg, because SmackDown were doing so well, then all of a sudden he took control of the writing over on SmackDown. And I think the main SmackDown writers, when SmackDown was really good after draft, the main SmackDown writers, after about 6 months to a year, all got moved to Raw. And then Road Dogg and that took over the SmackDown writing. And since then, it's just been dire. It really has. And you got to feel sorry for some people, because they've been really given some really dodgy storylines, haven't they? And Eric Young here, I just can't see past Eric Young becoming the first Wyatt champion. Bray Wyatt, oh, big spikes DDT. Maybe I can see past it now. And then a boot in the face of Eric Young as well. Bray Wyatt bringing Eric Young back up, and a big knee strike in the face. A boot in the spine. And now Bray Wyatt is finally getting some offense here on Eric Young. Clubbing blow in the back, and now Bray Wyatt rolling Eric Young over. There's the pin. One. Only a 1 count. Oh, wow. And I really would like to see some more intelligent interference by managers. I think I've said about it before. Maybe one manager distracts the referee while the other one comes in the ring and assaults him. Or maybe it's on the outside. I don't know. I just feel like that would be something pretty cool to add into the game. Eric Young now. Big DDT once again on Bray Wyatt. Young heading up top. Eric Young could be finding his first... Well, he's technically got... He hasn't got gold, let's face it. The gold is currently held by Fulton and Alexander Wolf. They're the ones who won the Tag Team Championships back on Season 2. But like I said, we are sort of freebirding it a little bit with some of these Tag Team Championships. But I feel like that's going to be the case. Bray Wyatt, cannonball in the corner by Bray Wyatt on Eric Young. Clubbing blow against the back. It's been a very interesting episode here this evening, hasn't it? With the whole situation with the Matanza Brock Lesnar feud. It looks like we're going to get. We saw a really good match of Vampiro against Bam Bigelow. Fenix picking up 2 victories in one night. And Bo Dallas really showing us some incredible action here this evening. More than we ever thought we'd see from Bo Dallas, to be honest. Bray now bringing Eric Young back up to his feet. Sister Abigail mid of the ring, and oh, maybe I was wrong. Maybe Bray does have it. Oh, then again, Killian Dane up on the apron, distracting the referee, and Bray Wyatt not able to go for that pin. And Bray Wyatt may have just been cost the championship there by Killian Dane. Wow. Very interesting situation indeed. Eric Young bringing Bray Wyatt back up. Taking him up for a pile driver. And that, my friends, could be game, set, match. Eric Young rolls into the pin. 1, 2. And no, Bray Wyatt kicked out. Bray Wyatt has kicked out. Eric Young. Oh, clubbing the steel chair right across the chest of Bray Wyatt as the referee was distracted by Killian Dane. That steel chair set up in the corner now, though. Be interesting if someone gets thrown into that corner. Is that going to count? The referee does see the chair now and removes it from the ring. No, he puts it on the floor. Okay. Nice crucifix bomb there by Eric Young on Bray Wyatt. Now the referee does throw the chair outside the ring. But the damage has been done by Eric Young on Bray Wyatt already. There's the pin. Eric Young's feet are up on the middle. Referee doesn't see it. 1, 2, and no. Again, Bray Wyatt able to kick out. I've never seen anybody win with that move before, I must admit. Bray taking Eric Young up on his shoulders. And just garrots him neck and chest first across that top rope. There's the pin once again by Bray Wyatt. 1, 2. Oh, they get it. It's only for a 2 count. Bray running elbow drop to the spine of Eric Young. Bray looks like he hurt his elbow in the process. Follow the buzzards. And Bray now up with that big slam. But again, Killian Dane is getting the attention here of Bray Wyatt. Like I said, Bray has been on the other side of this relationship for so long. And there's an angle slam there by Eric Young on Bray Wyatt. Bray now being brought back up to his feet by Eric Young. Again up on the shoulders, in for a Death Valley driver. And Eric Young looking in dominant form, but no. Bray Wyatt able to turn it around once again. Oh, Bray feeling it here. Drop it into the crab. I love this. I think this is such a cool part of the game, this. Stalking Eric Young. And there's a Sister Abigail once again. And we have blood for the first time in SWE. There's the pin. 1, 2, and 3. And Bray Wyatt's done it. Against all the odds. Against all the interference. Bray Wyatt has done it. And Bray Wyatt is the first ever SWE Wired Champion here in Carnage. Sanity tried their hardest. But Bray Wyatt retains. Bray Wyatt retains. Bray Wyatt gains the championship. And how this match went as long as it did. How Bray Wyatt got through as much as it did. He got caught out on several occasions. Still chair in the gut while referee was distracted by Killian Dane. It was a real interesting match. But 2 Sister Abigails eventually was enough. Of course, Killian Dane was not able to distract the referee again because he'd been threatened already with a disqualification if he got involved once again. So he had to take the risk that EY would be able to kick out of this on his own. And it just wasn't the case. EY was not able to. There was the 2 count after dropping EY neck first across that rope. Then, of course, finished off with the Sister Abigail. Bray Wyatt then, your first ever SWE Carnage Wired Champion. And the first time that Bray Wyatt has held gold in SWE as well. And look at this, just standing over the top of Killian Dane. Bray Wyatt. What a win for him. I was not expecting that at all. With all the guys from Sanity at ringside, I was not expecting that at all. And how is... so this is not a rivalry match. I'll say this right. It's not a rivalry match. How does Bray Wyatt win the championship and go down in the rankings? If anyone can figure that out for me, that'd be great. So Eric Young's got -2 egotistical, -7 disrespect. Okay, Bray Wyatt's gone up as well. And Bray Wyatt has gained some status effects. Nice as well. It's interesting. So there we go. That is the end. Oh no, you can go for all these other guys as well, actually. That is the end of the match. That is the end of this show of SWE Carnage. I hope you have enjoyed it. Of course, if you have, then please do let us know by hitting the like button and, of course, subscribing if you're new around here and you want to see some more as well. Let me know in the comment section what you think worked well tonight and what you think didn't work well. And, of course, we'll try and continue to make these shows better and better and better. However, I'm feeling there could be a match next week between the brand new Wired champion Bray Wyatt and Killian Dane. That, to me, looks like it's already written in the stars. And like I said, potentially next week, for our SWE special next weekend, we might look at doing the first ever Carnage Cruiserweight or Carnage Extreme Champion being crowned. Be some interesting names in there. Pentagon, Fenix, Drago, Psychosis is on this brand as well, of course. You've got AR Fox, you've got Killshot. We, of course, got Killian Dane fits that mould as well. So we've got a lot of opportunities for people to put in there. So maybe that will be our special for next week. But yeah, I've been Shabby Gamer. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you again in a couple of days' time for our next episode of SWE. And we're back to no, we're back. We've got our first pay-per-view. It's a Mayhem pay-per-view, isn't it? Oh, that'd be good. The first big Mayhem pay-per-view. Rock versus Austin, and that one for the main event for the Mayhem Championship. What a match that'll be. Bye.